Yep.
That's right, man. So, Pete, where you at anyway?
Chicago,
Okay.
north side.
Where you was at? How long you been out there?
I got here yesterday.
Oh, okay.
All the crazy folks
Free-
out there
freezing cold.
driving down for the game.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, the tickets. They said the nosebleeds for the game last night. The nosebleeds were $500.
Oh no.
Dick a day.
Yep.
Yeah.
They said the nosebleeds.
The coach.
Yeah. The coach. That's right.
Dude, it was absolutely freezing last night, and it was absolutely freezing today. It's gonna be absolutely freezing.
Freezing
Tonight, the low tonight is 9.
Good old Chicago.
9.
9.
Yep. That's good old Chicago in the wintertime. I remember those days.
Shoot, man.
Might as well get started before I fall asleep.
Oh, it's all good. Jay, I want to let you know I was talking to one of my partners here, man. My boy, he's a Michigan State grad. He told me to give you his condolences.
Mm.
Oh.
Hey, it is what it is. We weren't ready to play, man. I ain't even tripping. I knew from the first quarter. I was like,
You did?
ready.
Oh,
I mean, I didn't get a chance to see the game like that, but I was following it on Football Mama, and I saw that, the score. I usually can watch the scores and kind of tell what's going on with the scores, how the game is going a little bit. I couldn't tell. I really couldn't tell until you sent that text going, we ain't ready to play or something. I was like, wait a minute.
I told you. I told you. We weren't ready to play.
I got you one better. I changed the channel when Ohio State got them 17 points back in a hurry. I said, oh, looks like Sparty done rolled over.
You know what?
I changed the channel, man. James Kirkland was fighting. I was like, okay.
I thought for a second that we were going to come back, and then
you came back.
Well, we did, but I expected Sparty to, do what they usually do, which is throw the game away.
Do what Sparty usually do,
Mm-hmm. That's what they normally do.
That's what they normally do. They like, hey, all right, we scored our 17 points. What y'all expect?
Yep.
The fact that they played one top 10 team in those 24 games, have been smoke and mirrors, Jay, or they just didn't show up?
I never thought we were that good the whole year, to be honest with you. I was just kind of like, man, I feel like we just barely hanging on, and that Urban Meyer magic just got us through every game, plus the Big Ten being down, so we were due, but I would rather lose the Big Ten game than go get smashed by Florida State, because Florida State's been ready every game. So if we played Florida State, I wouldn't have even been up here talking about, yeah, we gonna win and back in 2002 and all that stuff. No, I was just like, no, y'all don't understand. We not ready.
Man, that's the second Ohio State fan I've heard say that. Hey, I'm glad we didn't make it.
We not ready. We not ready. We deserve the
this other kid at my job said he didn't think.
I'll take Clemson in the Orange Bowl. I'll take that.
This other kid at my job said he didn't think they could have beaten Auburn. I was like, dang.
Well,
Auburn is hot right now, but
dude, Auburn
they are hot. They are hot. They're red hot.
But are they hot? But dude, it's not like they. What is 500 yards rushing? What in the hell? 500 rushing yards? I was like, are you kidding me? I thought it was a damn misprint.
Took their heart.
Auburn
I saw that.
On fire.
Well,
at the same time, you can still see that there are some they're not perfect, but they're good. But they're not. They played a great game and beat Alabama. That was can't take nothing away from them there. And they had a good game against Missouri. Missouri ain't perfect.
Missouri's good. Missouri's
good.
I thought
but when you can run the ball like that, Prev, all you got to do is get timely stops on defense.
Right.
And once you get the right stop on defense, if you and the thing is, when you run the ball like that, you're not going to turn it over a lot. So it's like, that's a lot of yards, man. 500. Jeez.
I mean,
some teams be glad to get 400 yards of offense. These dudes put up 500 on the ground.
On the ground,
Missouri.
Yeah, I mean the thing is that I agree with Danny Cannell where he said Florida State's going to have time to look at the tape, get their keys, work on their offense. I mean it's a triple option, but you got to be you got to make sure that you're disciplined. The only thing is that when you play in the game, it's just like what Tyson said. Everybody got plans to get hit in the mouth. When you start in that game, if you're not disciplined, you're done. And you got to give Auburn credit that they have. These guys are athletes. Trey Mason ain't no joke. So you got to be, don't think that they gonna come in and just lay an egg. If Florida State think Auburn gonna come in there not hungry, they got another thing coming.
No, I don't think Florida State. I don't think Florida State's going to take Auburn lightly. But what I'm thinking is that you can talk about the keys and everything, but there is one thing that can stop a option offense, and that's penetration. That penetration by your D tackles, and Florida State got a pretty good damn defensive line. So the hell with the keys. If that defensive line gets a push right off the top,
you don't even get a third option out of it.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting how good Auburn's offensive line really is, I guess is what I'm saying. Because if they're better than advertised, then now Florida State's got to play, regular football, I guess you can say, and try to stop them. But if their offensive line is not as physical as we think they are, maybe they're athletic but not physical, Florida State might get it. They might penetrate and they might stop them. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's the impression I get watching Auburn, that they are very athletic. They're not necessarily the most physical. I mean, they'll hit you and they'll beat you up if you let them. When I watched the game and I was sitting there and I was kind of I honestly was marveled. Last 2-3 times I watched them, I'm like, wow, because it's kind of like watching 91 Colorado and those old early to mid 90s Air Force teams. They're running elements of wishbone and wing T.
I used to play with them on the NCAA game. Army and Air Force. Good.
80s Oklahoma. I mean, it's elements of the wishbone and wing T, but it's out the shotgun.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to it, if you watch those games back in the day, they had athletes at running back, athletes at quarterback, and big, strong offensive lines. But when it really came down to it, especially if like looking at the military school standpoint, it was about the execution. If they executed, they were going to be very, very tough to stop. It doesn't matter who you had, if you were more athletic, if you were faster, if they executed. And I mean, you play high school ball, you play against a good wing T team, if they
technique.
Talk about
they execute. Yeah, so
the XYAB button, baby. You get that XYAB going, boy, on that video game, Jay.
Execution. So it was
like, Jay, get that XY flip toss.
We played the school growing up called Oak Harbor. They ran wing T from 7th grade to my senior year. We hated playing these fools because the problem was that you knew the triple option was coming and you had to read your keys and be disciplined. The problem is that we weren't very good and they were bigger than us and they pushed us down the line. If you, like Pete said,
well, you're already in trouble,
right? If you're gonna get penetration, and if you're disciplined but you can't get penetration, it doesn't matter. And because you can do exactly what you're supposed to be doing, but if that man can beat you one-on-one, it's a wrap. And we hated it. And the sad thing is that every freaking year we were like Oak Harbor week. Dang it, Oak Harbor week. And it was the same. And I'm sitting here like, man, we used to be like, man, give us a basketball. We're gonna tear these boys up. Football, we could be even anything but football.
Yeah, it was like every other team we played was wing T. I mean, there's nothing but wing T and power I in high school, and about every third team was a wing T team. We were a power I team. So I mean, you're looking at a lot of the same principles and fundamentals, but your reads are a little bit different, your technique's different, your containment's a little bit different. I was defensive back, so in my case, being at corner, it was like pretty much
Pitch
the same,
man.
you know, just yeah,
Pitch man.
you know, pitch man and hold that dude up and turn him back in. But watching this stuff, I was like, man, this is such a throwback. I can see why people are having so much trouble with them, because they're giving you that new school look with that old school play style.
Right.
And you know, like Pete said, they're red hot right now. There's just no two other ways about it.
Yeah.
And I mean, ain't nothing wrong with
That's
with
Yeah,
them
I
getting
I
there
was
by being red hot.
I didn't know Jerome. Sorry to change the subject. I didn't know Jerome Gilner got traded. He got traded. Jerome Gilner. You remember the Calgary brother? Brother, one brother that played for Calgary.
The one brother played hockey. Yeah, the one guy that plays for hockey.
He played for the Boston.
What the number 2 pick? Ain't the number 2 pick? Wasn't he, brother?
What did he get traded to? Who did he get traded
Boston
to?
Bruins.
Yeah.
Craziness. I didn't know that.
Okay.
Yeah, the dude from Seth Jones, Popeye Jones' son.
Yeah, Popeye Jones' kid.
He played down
Yeah.
here. He played down here in Nashville.
I forgot Nashville had a hockey team.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he played down here. They hype around here. They love it down here. They talk about this is Smashville.
I was about to say, what they gonna do? Root for the Titans?
The Titans.
They gonna do that
that's the one thing I can't stand is that I'm down here in Nashville and they talk about Titans on the radio and I'm just like, ugh. I mean, like, I do not want to listen.
I guess it'd be more interesting if they were winning.
Exactly.
I mean, do you really want to listen to what they're talking about in Cleveland right now? Blowing that game?
I listen to that. I listen to that for my comedy and hearing the fans talk about how bad we are. OIC is hashtag OIC. Only in Cleveland. Only in Cleveland.
Only in Cleveland.
I listened to the post game after we lost to the Patriots, and I was just like, I was putting the lights up when I was listening to that game, and I was just like, only in Cleveland. only us. Only us do we play scared.
I'm gonna start a campaign, man, for freeing NFL players. You know, you talk about freeing players when they get into jail.
You want to free Josh Gordon?
I want to free Josh Gordon and free Andre Johnson. They need to be free. Them two guys need to be. They need to just start their own team. They need to start. Josh Gordon and Andre Johnson need to start their own team. They need to just say, "Hey, let's just start our own team." Josh Gordon is unreal right now.
Somebody was trying to say, "Is Josh Gordon that good?" And I was like, the dude's putting up 6 numbers and he has no real quarterback. Imagine if you gave this man a real quarterback.
His quarterback is named Prev.
I'm about to say, imagine if there's another guy on the other side of the field to take some of that coverage away.
Right. I mean, this dude is the only receiver. He's the only receiver
right now.
Greg, I'm so doesn't mean anything. Nobody cares about him.
Stop it.
Greg, I'm so little.
Stop it. The tight end is good. The tight end is good. The tight end is good.
Okay, name somebody else that catches the ball that's good for Cleveland. We got 2
Devon Best is all right.
Who?
Devon Best is not that good.
Stop it. He was good until he got to Cleveland.
Yeah, talk about Devon Best and got dropped.
He been drinking that Northside water. That's what it is.
No, that's my fault. That's my fault. I tapped the button. But
he been drinking that He been drinking that Northside water, Jay. That's what it is. Stop drinking the South Beach water, drinking that Northside water. Now he can't catch a damn thing. Shoot.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a shame. It's a shame. I really thought he would be that second receiver we needed, and he is not who I thought he was going to be.
Josh Gordon. I mean, bottom line is Cleveland, y'all. That was just sad. I watched that game. I was like, y'all just don't know how to. Y'all just can't get out of your way. You can't get out of the way.
And the sad thing is, you know what? People want to talk about the call, and on a national level, Cleveland people are like, recover the onside kick. And I'm like, that's it.
That's what I'm saying.
Fozzie Whitaker.
Everybody want to talk about what happened after the fact. Of course, the call was borderline. You know,
it's
Patriots. Whatever.
They gonna get a call.
But it ain't even about getting a call. It's being in the position to get the call. That's what it is. And like you said, it should have never got to that. Let's not even talk about that. It's like you say, get the ball. 10 yards. Get the ball.
I'm gonna tell you this.
I was telling y'all about on that punt return. Yeah, don't tackle him. How about you just tackle him?
Dude,
that way the game.
I was listening to Cleveland radio, and there were some callers that just had me in stitches. This dude called in talking about, I was watching the game with my son, and my son, it was 2 minutes left, 2 minutes and some change, and my son looked at, or the guy said, my son looked at me and said, Dad, we're going to beat the Patriots. He said, hold on, son. There's still 2 minutes left.
Still 2 minutes left.
He said, only in Cleveland will we lose that game. And then another fan called in and took the show over, just cracking everybody up, talking about Cleveland gave me a crap sandwich. And I had to eat that crap sandwich. And he said, I'm so tired of eating these crap sandwiches from Cleveland. I can't take it anymore.
Hey, look, the good news is that y'all still got people actually bothering to follow the Browns. I mean, you knew what you was getting before the season. You had that spark, but you also had the inevitable letdown afterwards, but yet people are still passionate. I mean,
always.
Okay.
Always.
Now, here's what I'm going to say. Yeah, that's Cleveland. Now, I'm not in the D.C. market, but, we hear the rumblings outside. I'm not that far outside the D.C. market. Mm. So my brother shows me a picture. I didn't even see the game. I'm at work, actually. I had to work
in the third quarter. In the end of the third quarter?
In the end of the third quarter, he put up a picture from his television.
Oh, it was empty. It was empty.
It was empty. The Redskins band had left.
Oh,
Jay, the entire stadium was empty.
Was that? People, I thought that was. I thought that was post game.
It was.
That was
that was going into the fourth quarter. That was going into the fourth. The transition to fourth quarter. People saw that. They saw the score. They were down 3 scores. It was getting worse. They got up and walked out, man. I mean, think about it. The weather and the traffic in D.C. I'm leaving early too.
I've never heard of a Redskins game where people say we're done and we're leaving early.
Yes, you did. You did 2 weeks ago. Yeah. 2 weeks ago, they probably did the same thing. We just didn't catch it.
Well, I don't know. RG3.
Oh, hilarious, man.
This dude RG3 is like.
Dude, I told you. Y'all talked about the Dolphins being a mess. The Dolphins is a mess. The Redskins is a hot mess. That is terrible.
The Dolphins was, that was kind of like a dumpster fire. A quick boom, it exploded.
Mm-hmm.
The Redskins have been slowly burning all season.
Slow burn.
Yeah, it's been a slow burn.
They're tired. They're burning tires. They're burning tires in the junkyard. The tires that never stop burning.
No, they're burning tire factory. You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
And all the talk.
Shanahan, that talk is killing me. Shanahan
trying to get fired.
Right. He's in there like, I'm benching the starting quarterback.
Hold up.
I bet you gonna bench Alfred Morris and say, look, I'm gonna sit you. You need to rest.
Yeah, you've been working too hard.
Hey, no, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. He said, the guy said, somebody said you clean out your office. He said, I can do that in a couple of minutes. All I got is a notebook and a pencil. And he said, all I got is a notebook and a pencil. I was like, what the hell?
He did like people. He did like people like do when the layoffs happen. That's when people be like, okay, I'm gonna start cleaning out my desk. And I'm going to keep stuff real quick just in case.
Just keep
it real quick. It ain't going to make no spectacle of me. I'm going to have my little box ready to go. I'm just going to drop my little key thing off. So you can get to my laptop. And here go my key to the laptop lock. And
ID card.
That man said, I got a book and a pencil. I was like,
he said, I cleaned out my desk like it's
He's like, I can clear out my desk and put it back together. I got a book and a pencil. What you... a book and a pencil.
I'm like,
dude. Off the chain, man.
At the same time, though, they said they're talking about teams are going to be lining up. The Texans are going to be lining up to hire this dude afterwards. I was like,
The Texans is the only team that's lining up only because they don't want to change their offense. That's the only reason. The only reason.
They got to change quarterback. They might as well change the offense.
I'm telling you, when I said y'all, I didn't know about Shanahan as a coach, man. I'm still kind of like, man, I don't know.
Stop it. What we tell you about that? Everybody has their time. He just needs to sit down. That's all it is. But here's the thing. If
I'm Houston, I'm calling John Gruden.
Leaving that
booth.
If
I'm Houston, I'm calling Jay Gruden.
John ain't leaving that booth.
Yeah, that's what I said. You call Jay.
You really think John Gruden is not going? Him and Bill Cowher
John
is not going to coach ever
is
again?
Done. John Gruden. Think about it. Bill Cowher.
He chilling too.
Bill Cowher. We thought Bill Cowher was sitting and chilling, waiting for the Carolina gig, and he never even got up to go answer the phone. So what is Bill waiting on?
Patriots? And Bill lived down the street from the stadium. It wasn't
exactly right down the street. So Bill ain't coming back. And John is having too much fun talking. He ain't trying to coach nobody, man. He done.
Well, I know somebody who's really not coming back. Brian Billick will never coach again. He is like
Brian Billick is happy. Brian Billick would be more prone to come back before John Gruden will.
Well, here's the thing. Brian Billick wants to come back. Ain't nobody.
They don't want him to come
except for maybe the Redskins.
How come nobody called him? What's wrong with Brian Billick?
Exactly.
What was right with Brian Billick?
Man, he got lucky. He got
a Super Bowl championship.
See, here we go. He got a Super Bowl championship with what?
He did a good job running that offense in Minnesota.
And they didn't win nothing.
Okay, so he was able to tell Randall Cunningham to throw the ball to Randy Moss.
And then he turned around and tell Dante Culpepper to throw the. Oh no, that's right. That was Denny Green, wasn't it?
Chris Carter was there too.
Yeah. Well,
it's not that hard.
Coordinator in Minnesota.
What'd you say?
He was offensive coordinator.
Yeah, so he was had in the meeting room and said, "This is the play where you throw the ball to Randy Moss," and he scored. He
drew a stick man with a football, and then he drew a dotted line,
Robert Smith
to another stick man, with
Robert Smith,
to another stick man that had and put 8-4 on it, and said, "Here's the play right here."
He said, "Now Randall, you either throw it to him when he's running, or you throw it to him when he's in the end zone."
And you heard Randall, and you heard Randy Moss on the sound bite. If I'm even, I'm open. Just throw.
They can't jump with me.
They can't jump with me. Golly. If I'm even, I'm open.
Sound like Goofy. Golly.
If you see the hand, throw the ball.
I mean, football, Avery Johnson.
Punts in the paint, baby. Punts in the paint. Avery Johnson. Punts in the paint. And the only other coach I can think of that'll probably be gone is Rex. They'll probably just go ahead and let Rex. But
I think you think they're gonna buy him out? He earned his. I mean.
He earned what?
He doing a good job trying to coach this team with what he got.
He doing a what? He's doing a who?
I think he's doing a decent job. He ain't got nobody. The GM's trash. GM is gone. He ain't got no. They're not giving. Geno Smith has no weapons. Geno Smith isn't playing well.
It's not about Geno, Jay. It's about the team. This team, man, they are smoke and mirrors, dude. They are smoke and mirrors. That team ain't good.
There's no mirrors. There's just smoke.
They're not gonna pay. I don't know if they want to pay Rex, and then I don't think they want to pay him.
Well, my thing is though, the way it works these days, though, Jay, like I said, you could get rid of Rex, go hire a young coach, see if it pans out for 2 years. If it don't, then you're okay. You're not gonna pay a young coach a bunch of money. That's what I'm telling you. A lot of these teams, if you look at a lot of the teams that's had coaches for a while or have big contracts. They'll go get a younger guy or a guy that's not necessarily flashy that's going to demand a lot of money. See if it works out for a couple years. If it does. Okay, now we'll pay him. But by the time we got to pay him, the other contracts are done. So they can get rid of Rex if they want to. What else is going on?
Y'all hear about Mack Brown? Brother rumor.
He said he ain't stepping down.
Resigning. He gonna step down.
Oh, he is.
It said something about him expected to resign by the end of the week or something like that.
I heard something about, he said no today, but there's supposed to be a meeting some point this week.
They gonna tell his butt.
If we got to meet about it, he's gone. That's what I said. We got to meet about it. He's
right. They gonna say like, look, man.
Why we got to meet, Prev? I ain't got nothing to say unless you try to tell me I got to go.
Hey, don't ask me. I ain't no AD.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, hey, I need to meet with you. No, we gonna talk right now. I mean, if your boss walked up to you and said, hey, I need to meet with you and meet with you tomorrow, you're like, about what? Let's talk right now. What? Let's talk. What's going on? You gotta talk. Shoot, you ain't gotta wait. We can talk about it right now.
But you know what though? Here's the thing with those. The college thing has the whole.
CJ gonna talk to his boss. CJ dropped off, talk to his boss right now.
The whole college thing has changed so much in the last week and a half. With a bunch of jobs that we thought were coming open, don't look like they're gonna come open. You know, Chris Peterson taking the Washington job. That wasn't.
The Mack Brown thing just popped up on the TV. It says he expected to resign by the end of the week. Brown said he has not decided.
Mack Brown, stop. Edit that, Pete. That's so terrible.
Who is Texas supposed to hire?
Everybody get mad on
Alabama Auburn.
TV.
That's right.
They get mad when they say Nick Saban, but now they trying to say Gus Malzahn from Auburn.
Malzahn ain't going nowhere.
Right, he ain't going nowhere.
Nick Saban is available. That's you can count on Nick. He is available.
Even if Nick say he's not available, he's available. Lying ass.
If you show him the check.
Somebody said Urban Meyer, and I was like, Urban Meyer not leaving Ohio State.
Nah, he got too many. He already got that city on lock.
He got to prove he got to win that national championship before we even think about it. And then next step.
Well, no. That's like asking Belichick to go coach in the NFC East. Why would I leave the AFC East? I know I can win that division every year. Exactly. So why am I leaving the Big Ten? I'm gonna win 10 games every year.
Win 10 games every year.
It's just a matter, can I win them 11? That's so important.
I gotta beat Michigan. The most important thing I gotta do is beat Michigan every year.
But not even that, Jay. It's by default they're gonna win 9-10 games. The damn conference is terrible.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Why am I leaving?
Purdue.
Why am I leaving?
But Pete, that's what I'm saying. All he has to do is focus on beating Michigan.
Indiana.
He'll beat everybody else. Right now, Big Ten is not good.
Butler.
Big Ten is trash.
Sorry,
now.
Butler don't have a football team. My bad.
8 games at home.
FAMU.
Right. Savannah State.
Savannah State. I wish they give A&T some money.
I'm about to say A&T. Can the Aggies go to Columbus, Ohio? Can we get to the horseshoe, man? Can we go to the horseshoe?
Please.
Come on, Jay. Jay, make that happen, Jay. Call your people, man.
You think Charlie Strong will leave Louisville to go to Texas?
That was the only other person I could think of.
That's a good thought.
That was the Louisville coach. I couldn't think of his name. That was the only person I could think of.
That's a thought. Charlie Strong to Louisville. He's you know what? I thought he would be top in line actually for the Florida job.
That's what I thought.
If they got rid of Muschamp.
For the Florida job, right?
Yeah, because he's a former Florida.
He's a Florida guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a Florida defensive coordinator, right?
Well, he's bringing all them Florida boys up to Louisville.
His entire team is from Florida.
Basically,
they're going Skippy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
So, but the thing is, with that pedigree of recruiting though, and having that pedigree behind you, you can survive somewhere like in Austin for a few years.
You could,
you know what I'm saying?
But Austin's got to be ready. Are they ready to? Because
there you go.
You know what I'm talking about.
Say it. You know, we got Kevin Sumlin and already broke. He didn't broke the. He didn't shatter the mold. He didn't shatter the mold.
Oh, okay, shatter the mold. Let Kevin Sumlin have a bad year and see if he don't end up like Tyrone Williams. You don't know what's going to happen.
That's fine. Hey, you have a bad year. I got my 6-year extension, baby. I got my 6-year extension. I'm paid. Get rid of me. Get rid of me.
You see how Notre Dame did Tyrone
Johnny
Williams.
Football, baby. 6 years. Get rid of me. If I'm Kevin Sumlin, I'll be backing out of the bus like this. Oh, you gonna get rid of me now? Okay, there it is. 6 years.
Hey, look.
He'll be like, hey, I'm gonna work for you want to fire me? Okay, I'm gonna go work for ESPN.
I'm gonna do an Urban Meyer. I'm gonna do an urban mile on you. I need to sit down and rest my back. Hey.
Well, here's the thing about Kevin Sumlin. Unlike what happened to Ty, Kevin Sumlin get fired from A&M, and he gonna wind up at a better job.
Yeah, he gonna be somewhere else. You leave Tyrone Willingham alone, man.
Yeah,
I'm mad. They did him dirty, dude. You know that.
Oh yeah, that was I was a Notre Dame fan. I was a Notre Dame fan until that. Yeah, he got paid.
He got
now
paid.
on the other hand,
I wasn't mad
sadly,
when that whole Charlie Weiss jump didn't. Charlie Weiss won with somebody else's players got a contract immediately. Tyrone Willingham lost the next year after they said he was our guy, and they fired him just like that. So when that whole Charlie Weiss thing went down, I was like, that's what you get. That's what you get.
Oh, I was like, I was talking about the Ty Willie curse. It was on Charlie Weiss. It was on Kelly for at least 2 years. You know, that to this day, every time Notre Dame loses, an angel gets his wings. I was a Notre Dame fan until they did Ty like that.
You can't do people like that. You think what about David Shaw?
It ain't like
he would go there.
To where?
To Texas.
Oh nah.
I don't think David Shaw. To me, David Shaw is just like, look, I can control this junk over there. You got to be able to handle all that Texas Longhorns network and all that extra stuff out there in Texas. You got to be able to handle all that stuff. I think Charlie Strong's going to be I think he's probably the best candidate, but that doesn't mean he's going to be the guy that gets the.
Nah, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
As I was telling one of my friends at work, you know, Mack Brown is there because apparently, you know, he's an old Darrell Royal guy, right? And all those Darrell Royal guys now died out, so I don't know who they got left to hire.
Right, that's true.
That's funny.
I mean, with Sarkisian going to USC, you got, like you said, Peterson going to Washington. When I heard when he went to Washington, I was like, he gonna retire in that job. He's done.
Well, we'll see, because
I don't see him going anywhere else.
Well, I mean, you know, the record on the Boise coaches after they leave Boise hasn't been a good one.
Right. Colorado, the guy that went to Colorado, he did terrible.
Right. Hawkins, he was a dumpster fire at Colorado.
Well, damn, this is the Big 12.
You know, it's like you're sitting there thinking to yourself, this guy
is the Big 12.
What?
That's what he was the dude that was yelling on the radio about. But he made his son the quarterback too. And maybe that was the downfall.
That never works.
Never works.
Was that the dude talking about the kitty cat? That one the dude that talking about the kitty cat.
Y'all be a dog. You know. That was a baseball coach. That was a baseball coach.
Okay, I thought that was a football coach, man. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure that was a baseball coach. Talking about you gotta be a dog.
You gotta be a dog.
You gotta be a dog. Give me a
dog.
Gotta be a dog.
I gotta be a dog. I thought that was the same. I thought it was a dude. My bad, man.
Oh, that was. I couldn't take that right there. I was done. I was done with that one. Oh.
Hey, that actually reminded me, man. So I was showing your girl, my lady. She had never seen the Peyton Manning clip about Vanderjagt. So when we was in Vegas, so I played the clip and she was dying. She was like, Peyton Manning, I'm out here at my first Pro Bowl. And we are here talking about our idiot kicker who got liquored up. Liquored up. I mean, these guys out here, Vinatieri, Akers, these some good guys. He has set kicking back a long way.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, man.
Oh, God. That is funny.
Man, I was dying. She was cracking up. Oh man. Oh, hilarious, dude.
You know what? The Colts to be is such a non. How can I say this? Such a character.
Oh boy.
Yes, Jason, you don't have any character.
It's all about character.
It's all about integrity.
It's all about integrity.
It's all about responsibility. Accountability. Spoon-fed truth. Right now,
Jason ain't got
your internet is still spoon-fed, man.
I understand.
You need to spoon-feed your internet.
Exactly.
The truth is 10 kilobytes
your accountability and your responsibility right now. The connection to your iPad.
Man, I got Xfinity Blast. I don't understand how the heck I'm getting cut out.
Don't bring that back up again, man. Don't bring that back up.
Ridiculous. I need to call them right now and be like, what is up with your stuff?
You ain't gonna don't email them.
Definitely call them.
Don't email them.
Did you get my email? No, we didn't get it.
You said don't email them, man. Oh God.
Don't email or text. Oh God.
Oh.
I'm about to write them a straight up letter. Oh my God.